Kyle, good afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone else.
How's it?
Um, I'm not sure whether it's Super Rugby or URC or Currie Cup, but just take us through what you guys are expecting from what is a very combative Leinster side based on what we saw last week against the Lions.
I think look, from watching the game, I thought the Lions did really well in the first half, and the way Leinster really stuck in it and came back in the second half, they're just showing that they're a team that doesn't go away. So yeah, I think that we must expect an 80-minute performance from them, so we need to be prepared for that.
Do they have an element like the Crusaders? Because even Cash Van Rooyen did say that they did a lot like the Crusaders in terms of regardless who they play, the system doesn't change, and it makes them such a dangerous side. You would have played against the Crusaders in the time at the Lions. What are the kind of similarities that you pick up between Leinster and the Crusaders?
Yeah, I think they're very similar in a way that they stick to their systems and they're very good at their basics. And they also manipulate other teams very well, and obviously go for the space that they try and get. So yeah, they're very similar in ways, but I definitely think that that if we front up physically and we take it to them, we can definitely put them under a lot of pressure.
Hi, Kyle. Hope you're well.
Hi, good in you?
Right, man. Kyle, obviously, when you came from Leicester to the Bulls, I think you had the injury at the time, but now this past few months now has been a good run of games for you. How are you feeling at the moment about your game?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. It's obviously nice to go through a string of games without picking up a niggle or injury. So yeah, I just think that there's always something that I can work on in my game, but now obviously getting more game time and getting some consistency, I can work on little things to improve my game and get my game fitness up, and obviously just keep improving on skill and helping out the team.
And obviously, the team as a whole, after that difficult time with the 10 defeats across the competitions, beating Griquas and now the big win against Zebre last week, the confidence must be up. But how's the mindset at the moment overall?
Yeah, I think the camp's happy. I mean, we did go through a tough time when we took those losses. There were a few of them that we just lost or were pushing at the end to get the win. So it was a tough time. Obviously, the boys were a bit down, but we came through every Monday. We had a smile on our faces, and we just kept training. So we're just happy that we got the result the last 2 weeks, and yeah, we're obviously not going to take it for granted. We're going to keep working hard and try to keep getting the results.
What would you say, Kyle, has been a major difference the last 2 weeks? Obviously, Zebre have battled in the URC, but still to score 11 tries and put up 78 points takes some doing.
Look, I think we've been working on our systems the whole season, and in some of the games maybe it was a couple passes that didn't stick, or a couple errors and the bounce of the ball. So I think that the last 2 weeks things have started to bounce our way, and we've just stuck to our systems and trusted the plans that the coaches have put in place, and we've got the results. So we just need to keep doing that, and like I said, hopefully they keep coming our way.
Just one more from me, just a loose dynamic there with Elrich and Michael van Staden. You must be enjoying having a bit of room to maneuver there and make your big carries.
Yeah, definitely. I think that we all work well together, and we help each other on the field, whether it's working around the field. If someone's on the edge, someone works into the middle. So I think that we work well with each other, and they give me a lot of opportunity to get involved, and likewise we try and help each other out on the field.
Hi, Carl.
Hi, Kobus.
Carl, how important will it be, not just for the Bulls, but for South African rugby to get one over Leinster on Saturday?
Yeah, it will obviously be very important for us. Leinster has a lot of Irish internationals. They're a very good side, and obviously they play a similar game to Ireland. So, I mean, if we can go out there and get a result against them, and you know, see what works against them. It obviously benefits the rest of the South African sides that might play them later on. So hopefully, you know, we can stick to our systems and they work on Saturday and we can get the result.
And just on Saturday at Ellis Park, it looked like the Lions dictated play for the biggest part of that match. And then at the end, it seemed that that Leinster just took that initiative away from them. How do you prepare for that to not do the same at Loftus on Saturday?
Yeah, I think that's a difficult one to answer, because obviously the Lions looked like they had that game in the bag, and obviously we were sitting watching and supporting. So I think that, you know, the games can turn, and, you know, compounding penalties can really hurt you. So I think that also turned in the second half, and you know, we just need to make sure we keep our penalty count down and stay in control of the game. I think that's the only way to sort of combat that, because they won't go away for 80 minutes.
I don't know if you were involved in the URC semi-final last season against Leinster in Dublin.
No, unfortunately, I got injured a few weeks before that, so I missed that. Yeah.
Yes. But obviously, they were a very different team on that day, with their full-strength Irish, basically the test team. And obviously, on Saturday, it's more the second string and academy players. But they've shown a real fighting spirit. And how do you deal with that mentally going into this game, even though it's a weakened team, but that sort of lulls you into false sense of security almost sometimes?
Yeah, I think after the tough run of games that we had you know, in the middle of the season, I think that we don't take anything for granted. We go out every week, we go out to win, we play hard, and obviously we try and get a result. Doesn't matter who's in front of us. So I think if we just stick with that mindset, we won't get into that false sense of security.